Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to take you on an amazing motorcycle journey across Vietnam. From the vibrant streets of Hanoi, all the way down to the buzzing metropolis of Saigon. And guess what? I did it all on a 150cc Honda. Morning, 11th of January is when we got into Hanoi. Today is the 13th of January and we are all set to get to our motorcycles, riding from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City at the Minasi Hanoi Hotel. Very nice boutique hotel, enjoyed it. So we have 10 of us riding along with a support vehicle. We have 8 XR150cc motorcycles and 2 CB500Xs in our group. And the speeds are for this ride are going to be low, 50-60 kilometers an hour maximum. So we have about a 130 kilometer day today. We're riding to Mai Chau. All right, we're all here. Everybody say hello to the camera.
Hi!
Okay, when you're taking the U-turn, watch out for the red light. That's what humans told us. So, once you're hitting the main road, you're taking a right. Alright guys, ready to move. So this is a pretty exciting ride because in covering this 2,250 kilometers over 12 days, we start with temperatures of about 10 degrees in Hanoi and we'll wind up with temperatures at 32 degrees in Saigon. We start in the mountains, go all the way to the Lao border on the west of Vietnam, and then work our way towards the coastline, and the second half of this trip is all along the coast where we touch a multitude of lovely coastal resorts. And there we were, at this beautiful resort in the village of Mai Chau. We celebrated the day one with cold beers, followed by local rice wine and a very nice cultural performance before we rounded up the night with Old Monk rum. Okay, day 2 from Mai Chau to Hoang Mai. You guys are getting all set, ready for the ride today. Everyone was excited riding, but we were in for a little surprise. That taken care of, we soon found our way to a spectacular location with a little bit of off-road. So we're here for lunch, traditional Vietnamese lunch. Figuring out what is what.
We have French fries.
Everybody say hello. After lunch, we made some really good time and got into Hoang Mai pretty quickly, had a shower, and then got down to finding our dinner for the day. And guess what? It was roasted duck. A lot of us enjoyed before we had the after party at Ravi's room. The next morning was with a hangover and a lot of rain. While we had expected the rain and had come fairly well prepared for it, we were surprised by what we saw next. The good news is we were on the highway, found a mechanic who was super helpful, sorted us out, and we were on the road again. The roads to Phong Nha were a mix of smooth tarmac and a few rough patches, but the XR150's rugged build made it a breeze. Then it was on to some spectacular riding into Phong Nha, home of the most awesome cave system in the world. Basic question to you, Sudhir, was how's the ride been so far?
If I had to say it in one word, it was epic. It was just freaking amazing. The first part was just great, and then the second part, climbing up the mountains. And I think the choice of the bike, the crew, the way you set it up, and of course the hotel that we are staying at, absolutely epic, man.
We took a well-deserved rest on day 4, enjoying the sights. Some of us explored the Phong Nha National Park, while most of us, just chilled. Oh man, the Ho Chi Minh Road. The lasting impression of riding the Ho Chi Minh Road is of the majesty of nature. Jungles coating mountains like, wax, rivers filling valleys like cobalt veins, and limestone pillars rising like fortifications all across the Cambodian and Lao borders. The road was built to enable war supplies to the central Vietnam region and is a consistent 8 feet wide concrete through the entire stretch. It is just amazing riding. We got some rain, but the rains cleared and left us with puncture number 3. We needed to load the bike on the backup because we were in the wild. We did that quickly and we were back on the road. Most of the ride today was along the Thachkan River as we headed into Da Nang. I was really happy with the road selected for the ride today. Great tarmac, no traffic, fantastic twisties, brought a smile to all of our face as we headed into Da Nang. We're riding up the Hoi An Pass before we entered the Nang. Lovely ride, great views. Unfortunately, it was a little cloudy, so we didn't get that picturesque view of Hoi An Pass. But nevertheless, it was a great ride and we all enjoyed it. Half the ride done, and we celebrated by exploring the Nang, and everybody experimented with a variety of seafood as we were now on the coast. A light day of riding today, just 30 kilometers, but a lot of tourism at the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Hoi An. We all explored, enjoyed the lovely architecture, and had a local meal to round out the day. Today's ride was going to be long, about 260 kilometers. We passed through beautiful green fields, mountains, before we hit lovely, spectacular coastline where we stopped for a photo shoot. After that great stop, we were refreshed and back on the saddle, riding past Coastal Highway as we rolled into Quy Nhon. We found a local craft brewery where we had a few beers, had some dinner, and warmed up for the night. Beaches to our left and mountains to our right. Today's 280-kilometer ride into Nha Trang was tiring but really enjoyable. We had a rest day at Nha Trang tomorrow, so we found a really nice bar with live music to party at tonight. After 10 days of riding, we were a little tired. Temperatures had gone up, so everybody took it easy, relaxed, walked around town, did some shopping, had a little bit of fun before we wound up for the night. ...220 kilometers today, tough ride, But the infrastructure in Vietnam has actually just amazed all of us. You can see the quality of roads and highways has been invested in, and we really had a smooth, fantastic ride into Mui Ne before we were really surprised by something that we saw. Unbelievable! We're in the middle of Vietnam. We got sand dunes that we're walking up. A place called Mui Ne. Not easy walking up, especially with a recovering broken foot. But there you go. Sand dunes, middle of Vietnam. We rolled into our hotel for the night, relaxed, had a shower before we landed up at the beach shack, where we spent the rest of the evening and brought in sunset. Today was going to be a 200-kilometer ride into Saigon, but it was something that was concerning me because of the traffic, the fact that it was hot and we were getting tired, and overall worried about how crowded it's going to be as we get into Saigon. But infrastructure in Vietnam ruled again, and we swung in without a problem to finish our ride. Welcome to Ticket Motorcycle in Saigon. Fantastic sense of accomplishment to complete this ride from Hanoi to Saigon. 2,250 kilometers. Started at 10 degrees Celsius, wound up at 32 degrees Celsius. Cold, rain, high mileage days on these 150cc motorcycles. But the team was feeling great, huge sense of accomplishment. We celebrated with one extra day in Saigon. Walked around, enjoyed the local scene before we then packed up, unfortunately, and loaded our stuff into the coach back to Saigon airport and made our way back home in Bangalore. In closure, what I would say is that the north of Vietnam from Hanoi to Da Nang is an adventurer's paradise. Great riding, fantastic sceneries, and really massive sense of accomplishment. As you get to the south, it's a more relaxed ride. You've got a lot more resorts, etc. that can take care of you. And you get into Saigon, which is massive commercial capital. I would happily do the northern section once again. It's going to be my third time if I do it. Good luck for your ride, and thanks for watching. Appreciate it.